Is Queso live? Am I live? Am I live? Am I live? Oh, how Queso like to be in that number. MX and OT dropped featuring Big X the Plug. Oh, that's probably hard. Sick Boy Part 2. Is that new? Be in that number. Did Ren drop new music? Did that nigga drop? Where's Sick Boy Part 2 at? Unlisted. Oh, damn, we in the building. Tanea Queen in the building. So glad to see Queso supporting Ren through this. Not sure if I'll be able to catch a premiere at 7, but I'll try. If not, I'll definitely be watching the replay. UK Rock Bob, and it's all messed up in this situation. Well, are these old chats, or did you niggas pop in this quick? Hey. I'm predicting this will end up being an hour, 38 minutes. Big announcement. Big up Big Dipper. Big announcements coming. Make sure you're free tomorrow. Ren has asked the reaction community to stand beside him. No true renegade would send abuse to anyone. As far as Kujo gets, I have nothing nice to say, so I will say nothing. D-Clan ain't playing. Oh, these niggas came in my shit, popping shit. Hold on. The chat's spicy. Hold on, Thomas. Love your videos, man. Appreciate you, Thomas. I do Cressy unfolding. Let's get it. This should be good. Queso like a good brother. We can fight, but if you hit him, it's on like Donkey Kong. Hey, I'm super cool. Hey, you heard me? We gonna hold you. We gonna hold it down. Nah, I'm not excited to see this just for. Why is the mic picking up so low? Hey, ooh. Hey. We good? Volume? Let me check that. I might have blew some ears. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I ain't mean it. Yo. But, like I said, I'm not really happy to see this. But it brings up something that, what's good, Bell? This situation is crazy. When you reacted to Ren and Baggy Baggage, it's fire. Okay. I definitely said I'm not going to react to that song because I don't want to react to Chris Webby because another, more things against copyright, which is why I wanted, as soon as I heard what was happening to Ren a little bit, shout out to Lean Jean, she sort of put me on, nigga sort of hopped in on ready to go because what happens through this copyright system on YouTube is fucked. It is so abusive to artists and creators, and it's hypocritical. We're going to get all that shit. But I'll say like this. You know how we do after the stream, I do Queso Radio, right? So where I, man of the people, not above the equal, take your song requests and play them live on the stream. All I ask is you make a small donation, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, make it make sense. But we'll set a donation goal. And how about this? If we hit the donation goal during the live stream, during Queso Radio, I'll make the Chris Webby and Ren video. That's what I can do for y'all. That's what I can do for y'all. Or if somebody himself wants that reaction tonight, going rates 200. Now let's get to talking about Ren. Let's get to reaction. You ready? Are you ready? Is this thing on?
This is a video that I never ever really wanted to have to make, but it's very important for me that I do. All the time, artists all over the world.
God, this nigga Ren mouth stay dry. There go my eardrum. Sorry, Karen. Baggage is fire. The song and the video, pure fire. God, I can't. What's the goal amount? So tonight's live stream song request goal amount will be $200. Bam, 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 bam. That's doable. That's about our average one.
Pour their souls into their work, and that work is tainted by money or greed. A lot of you will...
Cooking, bitch! Oh, hold on! I don't know, we're cooking.
This is a video that I never, ever really wanted to have to make, but it's very important for me that I do. All the time, artists...
Yes, but with the whole Webby whitelisting his songs, it's like, I'm going to be completely honest with you, right? There's artists like Ren will be a perfect example of what this system is. Ren knows that it's not his right to take the earnings of reactors or to block their videos, right? But Ren, what he does is he somewhat incentivizes the reactors in the ways he can. So he'll shout you out. He'll post you on his platform. He'll do, which nigga, at that point, you're showing love. It's no longer just a one-way thing, because at the same way, like, you make a reaction video, you could gain money, gain somebody's subs, you could gain all these kind of things, right? But it is literally should I show you guys something? You want to see something? Okay, watch this.
all over the world pour their souls into their work, and that work is tainted by money or greed.
Raymond, okay. Raymond, you think I should pay you? All right, Raymond, what I need you to do, my nigga, is go in the middle of the street, right? You go sit down in the middle of the street, and in a residential neighborhood, not in the highway, though, in a residential neighborhood, so there's not that many cars coming. Sit down in the middle of the street. I want you to take sticks, put them together, and light them on fire. I then want you to take a nice wet towel and start making smoke signals. As soon as you have been able to make the smoke signals to call on King Jaffe Joffer, I want you to then get King Jaffe Joffer to give me a phone call. Once he gives me a phone call, I'll ask him to send me his Cash App. Once he sends me his Cash App, you will get your funds. But this all starts when you go stand out there.
A lot of you will have been asking me the question why Sick Boy is...
Yeah, and of course, Ren clearly taught Webby. Ren clearly said, nigga, this shit is a great promotional tactic. And then that just leaves... Then that leaves us at nothing, right? That puts us at a big fat zero. You don't... A person can't piss on my head and tell me it's raining. The goal's 195 now. Kevin getting the ball rolling. Let's get it.
Disappeared now, as well as YouTube on streaming
Appreciate
services.
you, Kevin.
It's a video that was very close to me.
195.
It's a video that told my story about my health. It's a video that told the story of many other people who have been gaslit by the medical community. It's a story of greed in the music industry, ironically, funnily enough.
Yes.
It's also a song that I poured tens of thousands of pounds into for a music video, for promotion. It was also the leading title of the only #1 album that I've got, so I was very, very proud of it. And we'll no longer have that song, guys.
And your code, I should call him. Hey, Raymond, I fuck with you, bro. You're funny as fuck. I fuck with you so that you got a sense of humor. Damn, you made me forget what I was gonna say. Niggas, I call King Jaffe by himself.
It was also the leading title of the only #1 album that
I think in this modern era with musicians and the last generation, one of the most evil people, one of the most parasitic, one of the most vulturous people or systems in the music industry was the record labels. I think we could all agree our favorite artists, all of them in one way or another have been hurt because of these record labels in some way or another. In the modern era where record labels aren't very useful, in the modern era where you have like genuine, truly talented artists, Lean G, yeah, I told everybody this. Instead of, if we hit our reaction goal tonight during Queso Radio, we're about 195 away, but we haven't even started to sound good. I'll make a full Chris Webby and Ren video. Because God, y'all niggas want to see that. Y'all niggas want to see something I don't want to do more than anything in y'all lives. But it's all right, I got you. I'm not tripping. But there's nobody more evil, there's nobody more vulturous than the bad producers. And don't get it fucked up, man. I've been doing music for a long time. It's been my full-time career in some capacity, whether it's me reacting to music, whether it's me making my music, or a combination of the both, for a couple of years now, right? And there's nobody more fucked up than a producer when you... Hold on! My nigga Andrew said he wants the goal to be 175. Can we get a chocolate rain emojis for our brother Andrew? Bah, 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 bah. Appreciate you, bro. I really appreciate that. Appreciate all the super chatters. I appreciate everybody who's donating before we even get there. My nigga Chef in the building. What's good, brethren? And let's, if we can, looky there, we is at 175. Can we get all the other reaction requests on Cash App and or PayPal? But I'm definitely not mad at you for sending it there. But you know, YouTube takes their cut. But anyways, there's nobody more vulturous than a producer in the modern world of creating music, right? I've been working hard on trying to create a project that I feel like will embody the time that has came since my last project. And one thing I did to just sort of try to keep myself going was try to make remixes to songs. And can we all get a chocolate rain emojis for our brother Andrew Schwartz? That's a real motherfucking nigga right there. Can we get some chocolate rain emojis, folks? But I did a remix to a song by Central C called, I can't even see it. I'll just go to YouTube. I'll just go to my YouTube studio app. Hold on. I'll show you niggas this shit. I will show you niggas this shit. I have nothing to lie about. And one of the great things about YouTube and the internet is how vulturous, how fucked up the record labels pretty much had left the music industry. It allowed for such great creation and exploration of what music can do. Like I said, I don't give a fuck. And I reached out to Kujo Beats personally and said, yo, if you want to come be on this stream and speak your side, I'm fully willing to do that and give you a platform to speak, right? But at the end of the day, nigga, whether you hear or not, which you're most likely in the chat or whatever, I'm not biting my tongue. I really don't care. I'm going to just speak on a serious problem that is attacking my people, attacking people I care about, attacking about people who help me, people I would... It's just like, bro, the community of artists, I feel like motherfuckers actually care. I feel like there should be some kind of care. But anyways, let's talk about the vultureness of it, the vulture-esque of producers. So let me ask anybody in the fucking in the fucking chat. Did you click on the song Sick Boy? And this is just the first point I have. Did you click on the song Sick Boy because of fucking Kujo Beats or because Ren? Is it because Ren has documented a literal disease that could have killed him through music? Is it because Ren has tediously dropped music? Is it because this nigga has a release date? Is it because he studied the algorithm? Is it because he made the proper... Yes! The answer is fucking yes. Because he put in the blood, sweat, and tears. Ren is such a juggernaut of an artist. This nigga could turn the camera on, play his guitar, and stream millions. Nigga, go look at this guy's catalog. Go look at this guy's and if you guys catch me being actually genuinely mad, it's because this actually really means a lot to me. It does. So, go look at this nigga's catalog. The guy there was a symphony there. This song, there's no words. Nigga just playing the piano almost a million. Let's just look at some of the other shit Ren's done. Murder, him and his homeboy, live acoustic, 1.4 million. Snapping on that bitch ass nigga King Dada, 500,000, 1 million subscribers. So if we understand how the internet works and how audiences work, nigga, ain't nobody coming here because of Kujo Beats. Point blank, period. I understand that you do contribute to it, but producers get to thinking they are the main thing. Do you know how many streams? Do you know how many streams it takes an artist to make a lease of a beat? Let's say $250, right? Do you know how many streams it takes an artist to make $250? Let's look. On Spotify, it's $250, right? So it takes 250 streams to make $1. Let's see. How many streams does it take to make $100 on Spotify? I'm going to tell you that these people are much worse than record labels ever were. A beat costs $250, right? Which is your hustle, makes your money. But let's think about what you're doing to artistry. Let's think about what, and Ren's got some money. He can afford a beat. But there's people who can't. So it takes a nigga 30,000 plays equals $100. So 250 would be about 60, 15, 75,000. Yeah, a little more than that. 75,000 streams to get $250. So you're mean to tell me the artist, the person who's gonna write the song, will instantly be 70,000 streams in the hole before the nigga even pays the guy who made the beat. So what is the value of the Ren? If we know that's what we clicked on, is Kujo Beats bringing Ren 90,000 plays? No. If you just want to do this on some business shit, no, you're not doing that for this guy. So then they do things like block. Bro, I have a strike. It should be gone now. I'll pull it up for you guys. Got it right there. It's my Central CCC freestyle. One of the greatest things that have ever happened to music was the internet, because it allowed artists to be artists. There's a little, and I'm showing y'all niggas the behind the shit. I'm about to show you the actual copyright strike that's on this bitch. YouTube allows artists to be artists, man. If I want to go do a Party in the USA by Hannah Montana remix, I can sort of just do it because the fuck, it's YouTube, right? And there's things like fair use that protect creators, right? And that is one thing that makes me so mad about reactions is people pretend that like they're doing a reactor a favor by letting us react to their music. No, motherfucker. It's called fair use. Right now, I'll show you. So let me stay right here. And so, no, I'm not on cocaine. A nigga just got a little. I'll be shaving my nose hairs, cuz I'll be on that camera. I gotta be real, nigga. I can't have them motherfuckers popping out. And that shit be making me feel like my nose is forever running. But this is a Central C remix that got taken down by a guy named Hunna, right? Yeah, nigga's definitely Kujo. I don't even know what Kujo name is. But by a producer called Hunna. Can I show you Hunna's page? Right? So because of the internet, because of these algorithms, man, there was a time where if you wanted to be an artist, you had to pray some evil exec in New York found you and signed you to a bullshit deal where you essentially sold your name and history and legacy to some kind of company, right? And did I knock the camera out? Am I back? Is Queso back? Nigga getting a little worked up, y'all here. Getting a little worked up here. I ain't gonna hold you. This shit pisses me off because it's something I actually deal with every fucking day, right? And it's something that matters a lot to me. So, like, man, bro, I would most likely be in prison if it wasn't for the contributions that every single one of you guys and this platform has made to my life. I'm not too proud. I don't have some God complex to believe that I did all this by myself without any help, especially being that I was going down a path that wasn't gonna lead me no fucking where. So then there's systems and we follow the rules now, because to tell you the truth, it's like I'm looking at like whatever this producer is, nigga. Feels back in the day, I would have had lit niggas with ski masks running in your house for some shit like this. But we're not gonna do that because we're on the internet. What we're saying is, you remade another artist beat. You didn't even make the fucking beat to claim it. If anybody, the way copyright works, if somebody wanted to claim that, it would have to be Central C's producer, or Central C actually if he owned the beat. But you understand? Instead of the person who remade somebody else's thing, that isn't transformative. You're just remaking something. A remix can be transformative. Even what is that shit called where they sing to a nigga song? I can't think of what it's called. Like people would like sing it, but they change like melodies and shit. That's transformative. They're transforming. Recreating an instrumental is not transformative. It isn't. You haven't changed anything. But let's continue. I just want us to just remember, fuck these niggas. And it's not all producers. Producers be dope as fuck. Shout out to Izzy. Shout out to Triz. Shout out to KJ. Shout out to all the producers that are helping me on this project. And, you know, we getting it in. But just God, man, the system is weighed out of our favor. The system is not in favor of the fucking artist. The system is in favor of these dickheads. And if we had known, we could have rallied and made them take it off. But I think Ren disputed it, and I think he was trying to resolve it without being petty. And that be the thing. And even when that guy blocked my video, you go and reach out to the people because you assume it's like maybe we're people still, but they're not. This guy's telling me to send him like $400 fucking dollars, and it's like, my nigga, my fucking video had 3,000 streams. Why the fuck would I send you? Actually, it might have been less than 400. I'm just popping shit. I think it was really like 195. He said, but let's just say he wanted me to send him $195. My nigga had 4,000 views. Why, what the fuck? So you don't think the fact that I've sat here and done all this had anything to do with the growth of the video. But so I get a copyright strike from a nigga who didn't even actually make the beat. And that's the system that artists have to deal with. So you make a reaction video. Let me make sure I'm not too, so you make a reaction video, right? That is something that is protected by fair use. And let me show you another instance of it. I recorded 4 reaction videos today, folks. I recorded that video, ASAP Rocky, blocked. Dave, Fredo, blocked. Now I want to show you niggas something. Let me hold on, make sure my address isn't in this hole. But I want to show you guys something about fair use. Like, because I know a lot of people be armchair quarterbacking, seeing if they can't, you know what I mean, be what's it called? They know all better than someone who actually does it. Let me just put this into a dispute. That way I don't have to type in my address. Okay. I want you to look at this, okay? This is what happens when a false claim gets put on a video, and that's even can be from the artist themselves, gets put on the video. I want to show you one of the options, right? Okay, so first off, remix or mashup's the first one. What does it say, y'all? What the fuck? Reaction video? What? I can't make it up. I can't make it up. Reaction video, right, my nigga? So stop playing you heard me? If y'all thought I wasn't about to jump out the window twin mag on this shit, y'all got me fucked up. And I'm gonna be real with you. Any content creator who is in the Renosphere, I would, if my voice does if my voice does hold any merit to you, I would like for you to speak on this. Because artistic integrity is something that we don't show on this fucking platform enough. So, like, I'm going to tell you something. Artists like Elvis Presley will never be reacted to on this channel because I believe a lot of you guys are very knowledgeable about music, right? What did Elvis Presley do to music? So if you have that information at hand and you remember that I'm a person who's working off of artistic integrity. Sent through paper. Hold on. Let me shut the fuck up. Artistic integrity, one thing. But hold on. Our nigga Lane G, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, can we just go ahead and clap it up for this nigga Lane G? Can we just clap it up for him? We $75 away from the goal, y'all! Can we clap? Come on! We turned up! We turned up in this bitch! Now, as I would say, appreciate you. As I was saying, we have artistic integrity. We have integrity for music. I care about this shit. I really do, man. I don't know. I don't be saying that shit like it's some, you know what I'm saying? Like some shit I'm gonna put on a t-shirt. It's like, no, nigga, I genuinely believe that. Nigga, we grew up with music. You can't tell. Bro, you can't tell. So, I say all that to say, man, artistic integrity is something that, I'll tell y'all something straight up. Nigga, I thought I liked this one nigga, bro. This nigga made one too many Elvis reactions. I said, yes, nigga's a bozo, bro. It's just, where does integrity lie in our own fucking music, bro? We gotta stop. Numbers and money can't be this valuable because we're going to ruin something that a lot of people put a lot of work in making this lucrative. We don't know what Michael Jackson had to do to get on MTV, so now we can just play with it. Now we can just play with it. There's a reason why niggas get mad when people do for symbols of things that matter to them. There's a reason why people have you can't be these kind of people. And if I could get Kujo on the stream, which we're looking to do, if I do stream again, hopefully we can get Kujo on this bitch. If we get Kujo, if we can get Kujo on the stream again, Far From Heaven 29. Can we get a chocolate rain emojis from Far From Heaven 29? Can you hear what she said? Did it or he? Is that far or fart? Far From Heaven 29. Didn't Elvis steal music from African American culture? Correct. Correct. Lisa C, incorrect. Lisa C, no. You should do your research. No, that diddling bastard didn't. Come on.
Ironically, funnily
Come
enough.
on.
It's also a song that I poured tens of thousands of pounds into for a music video.
Baby! They got me fucked up today. We riding on these niggas for rent right now. You wanna? Okay. Yeah, take Jamal out and let me know when you're gonna feed Jamal so I can give him the medicine. Okay, thank you.
Give me like 30 or 45 minutes.
No problem. Now I'm mad again, nigga. I'm turned back up.
For promotion. It was also the leading title of the only #1 album that
And God, a #1 fucking album. I'm not gonna lie, that might have triggered me. That when he said that might have when the sweat started coming down from my head genuinely, because it was like, I don't really give a fuck how nobody feels, bro. When you was about to die and you put that into your fucking songs, and so a dickhead can just come take that from you. Jesus Christ. Like, bro, come on, man. Niggas is hoes. Oh, niggas is hoes. Niggas are hoes. Like, how can you do that to somebody else? And it's like, that's what makes me question, if you were an artist, bro, if you were the kid who, low-key, it never starts off as a cool thing. It's never a cool thing. It is never cool. So if you were the person who went through all that to get a #1 fucking song, you couldn't have even went, I just can't have them take it down. You couldn't have done that.
So
I'm
I
all
was
out
very
the
proud of
chat.
it. And we'll no longer have that song, guys. And I want to go into the reasons why. Also, I do recommend sticking around to the end of this video, because I've got a very exciting announcement about all of this that relates to all of this right at the end. People who have been following me for a while, they'll know the sort of person I am. They know the principles that I have, and they'll know how I treat other independent artists. So they'll know why it was so important for me to have to make this video. And I want this to be as unbiased as possible. Obviously, I'm emotionally affected by it, and that may leak in, right? But I want to share entire clips of these conversations so there can be no doubt. Also, if Kujo and his girlfriend want to share any more screenshots of either of those conversations, I encourage them to, because I believe that this should all be public knowledge, so there can be no doubt.
Wait, homie name is Kujo? I've been calling that nigga Kujo. Look, man, it's definitely a man of principle. Click, play, click it. What did I do? What? Click play on what? On the video? They're more aware of its tens of thousands that Ren has personally swallowed with interest. It is making a man of principle.
Rather than taking people's words from it, I would like them just to see transparently what has happened here. To give context for all of this, back in 2022, I buy a beat from BeatStars, right? For anyone who doesn't know, BeatStars is a platform that connects producers to artists who need beats. Right. I do produce most of my own work, but I wanted to find some hip-hop beats for inspiration. What I would usually do is buy a beat, arrange it slightly differently, tweak it myself, add my own vocals, add my own layers and stuff like that. I find this banging beat, right, from a producer called Kujo.
Banging beats. My niggas still British now. Hey, British niggas make everything sound so like peaceful.
Beats, which I buy
Banging
an unlimited
beats.
license for. This is all very important to keep in mind for later on, right? I buy an unlimited.
Very and if to understand, so when you buy beats, you could lease, you could buy. What he did was the unlimited title, because what producers will usually do, and this one I'm not even mad at. It's a little some bullshit, but it's not. Usually there's a contract you're gonna sign that says you will, even when you buy it, right? It'll say you have full rights to this song for the first 250,000 streams. Ren Smart knows, nigga, come on, I'm coming with it, bitch. And so he wants the unlimited lease, which that is to say there might be 15 people who might have already bought the lease of the beat that you can now, because if Ren bought the unlimited lease, Ren could now go and take down those other people's songs, because he's like, hey, what the fuck, why are you guys using my beat that I just literally paid so nobody else would have the beat? And Ren wouldn't even be, I wouldn't think he's a dickhead for it. Who I would think is a dickhead is the producer who has sold you this one beat 15 times. But that's a trick they do. That is a trick they employ.
Limited license, which means that I am able to put it on all streaming platforms and get as many streams as I want, and all recording on platforms like YouTube, etc. Right? After I do this, I send my YouTube guy that I work with, and I send the publishing team an email just giving them a heads up, being like, yo guys, I bought this beat, they need to be registered correctly, content ID needs to be turned off. I'll put a clip of that. I'm putting screenshots of those messages here just in case.
The fuck, if content ID, I guess you wouldn't technically claim, but was Sick Boy claimed? No, I don't think so.
Kujo claims I never did this. I did do this. I also went the extra mile and messaged the team and said, look, we need to credit him on Spotify credits and stuff like that as well, because sometimes artists don't always fully credit producers. I think that
Declan, shut the fuck up.
Forgot to do it in the YouTube description for like the first month or two, and then I updated it, and then he was fully credited the whole time, right? That was just a lapse, because there was a lot going on. I was in Canada treating and stuff. But anyway, he was credited fully, like, very soon in everywhere.
Good move there.
And
good move there. I caught that one.
As far as I was aware, registered everywhere. So I don't think anything of it, right? Also, in the BeatStars contract, it says very clearly that the person selling you the beat has to own the beat. And if there are any elements of the beat that he doesn't own, he has to let you know. This is very important to remember for what is to follow as well, right? So yeah, I think there's no problems. I buy the beat. I record a song. This is before things have blown up with my music, so I'm still pretty underground artist at this point. I record the track.
How big is Ren before Sick Boy? Like, what? You think there's a difference between an unlimited license and an exclusive license? Yes, but once you're selling me this beat and the pricing change bases off of my exclusivity, it's right if you sold the beat originally, but the problem comes in this claiming system. Because if that is okay, right? If in any way, either way, I can sell other people something that I eventually can sell to somebody that's going to turn the faucet off, it makes for a pretty fucked system for some people. It's somebody's gonna get fucked in the end with this beat. Especially, I'm assuming Ren's like independent, or he's within, let's just check. He's with like an independent label, I'm assuming. Yeah, no. I'm assuming Ren's independent, right? But like with labels, they do that shit way worse. They're not gonna let nobody else have the beat for the new Cardi B song. They're just not finna do that. They're not gonna play with that. They don't care if you bought the lease, wrote the song, and put the song out, because that's what that artist could afford. I
even get a message from him at some point, which is also important to remember because of the hypocrisy of this whole situation. Just like, wicked, I love the track. Okay? remember that too. Before I begin, I just want to add this. I have no problem with BeatStars. I think they're a very innovative company who actually help people make art, which I'm very, very passionate about. I think the contracts and the things you're getting into could be clearer, because we're now in a situation negotiating older tracks bought from BeatStars. I would love to talk to the, if anyone from there is watching, I imagine they will be at some point. I would love to talk to the CEO, founder of BeatStars, face to face, just because I want to understand how something like this could have happened, and I want to understand why it escalated the way it did, because from what I've heard, he's someone who cares a lot about artists, and someone who creates a platform like that, I think, must be very passionate about music. I'd love to chat to you if you're listening, and I'd love to figure out why this happened and how we can stop things like this happening in the future. I also think that there needs to be a bit more stringent checks on if people are selling unlicensed samples, because then things tend to get a little bit sticky like they have here. Anyway, that's it. I have no problem with BeatStars, because I'm not interested in going to war with them, because I think that it's really cool that there's a...
And that be the most dangerous one. That'd be the most dangerous one. Although I need to cut some bail from the producers, because I know how it works from this end too, just from having some friends that are producers. Sometimes what happens to, I don't know about Kujo, but I just will say for producers, and just to be fair, sometimes they buy like loop packs and loop sample, like packs from other producers. And so what bigger producers do, it's like when rappers sell a bunch of little rappers like the same verse, they'll send 10 niggas the same exact verse. What they do is they just be ripping bullshit from the internet. They don't be actually clearing these samples, and they just push them on to people for $35 packs, $5 packs, beat loop packs. So sometimes it's like, there could be a situation. There could be a situation where Kujo didn't know it wasn't. But I'm not even sure that's the problem. But there is, I have seen shit like that happen with my nigga Shane, where he got some beats from some big YouTube producer, and then his shit was getting claimed because pretty much the nigga gave him a sample that wasn't cleared.
Platform like that exists for artists and producers to be connected. Just thought I'd put that out there and make that clear. Right, so I arrive home from Canada after a 1.5 year long treatment of treating brain damage and autoimmunity, which a lot of you will know if you've been following my journey. And I'm expecting a nice 2 weeks with my mates before I do my first ever solo show in 5 years because of my health. So I'm just like, I want a nice chill time. I want to be able to focus on rehearsing and stuff. Very early on, I wake up to a message saying, yo, your song Sick Boy has been taken down. So I look at it, and sure enough, it's been copyright striked from this guy Kujo Beats' channel. And initially I'm like, oh, this just must be some automatic fuck up. So like, I don't take it too seriously. I send him a message like, yo, there must have been a technical error or something here. No response for 2 days. So I'm like, what's going on? So I check his channel, and then I see a comment of that beat that he licensed me. And I see a comment that's like, Ren has left me no choice. I'm sorry that I had to do this. And I'm like, okay, so this was intentional. Like, what? Like, the last conversation I had with this guy was months ago, with him being like, yo, big up your work, it's sick. So I'm like super confused about it. So I send him another email like, dude, what's going on? Again, I get absolutely no response. So I put a comment in his YouTube comment section, and I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get hold of you. Why are you ignoring me? Like, I just want to resolve this amicably. What's going on?
Hey man, I wanted to understand what's going on with this dispute. I thought you had been credited fairly everywhere. If you hadn't been, totally my bad. I was going through brain damage treatment at the time. God, hey, how do you respond to that? That's a motherfucker. How do you respond to that of your message? But I thought I'd update it all correctly. In regards to the sample, we got a message saying the sample of the choir had not been cleared, but I had nothing to do with what happened next. That was my publisher. They just told me that they were dealing with it. I heard nothing about it since, so I'm really confused as to what's going on. But I'd love to sort it out so everyone's happy, because I don't want, for your sake or mine, for this need to get legal, because it's such a pain in the ass and costly thing to happen. That's Ren's polite British way of saying, sue the fuck out your bitch. If you could let me know who in my team you would have been talking to and what they've said, I'll get on it, because if there's something they've done wrong on their end, I want to resolve it ASAP. So everyone is happy. I just really try to focus on music and stay out of all the business. So I had no idea there was an ongoing dispute going on. But going forward, some comments from you replying to someone, which I was kind of surprised about. Just damn, I guess I'll give Kujo. I would have to see what. Okay, let's see what y'all are talking about. Right, so like, Ren has been. Was the 6-way album's tricks were recorded and Ren left for Canada, but he hadn't published it yet. So the Kujo stuff, he wasn't even supposed to be paid yet. Eric. Cubase is full of packs, but I still can sell you something that's not mine as a producer. It's on me to clear. Kojo's should have tried to contact Ren directly. You're missing receipts. And what am I missing? And don't get it wonky. What should have been an amazing SG pay was clouded. What? The timing of all this was terrible. I think it was intentional.
Finally, I get a response on Instagram. And for the sake of this video, I'm just going to put all of these responses in their full form so that there can be no doubt as to what happened. I'm just going to read out like the key moments and explain the key moments. But if anyone's like interested in deep diving so there can be no doubt as to what's happened here, feel free to pause it.
What the fuck's SGP, people?
If Kujo and his girlfriend, like I said, feel like I've left anything out,
what's
they're
SGP?
welcome to post it. I have nothing to hide about this situation. So he responds and he tells me that he's been talking to my lawyer for months, which I have no idea about. I've been in Canada. And he seems like quite a nice guy initially, so I'm...
Hey, Ren, I'm really sorry that it's come to this. I specifically asked my legal rep not to request a strike since I wanted to avoid the type of situation. My rep has been in contact with your lawyer, who has been exceedingly incompetent in his handlings of this situation. Again, I'm sorry for this total cock-up. Hey, what the fuck? Wait, why do they tell... I didn't call it a cock-up. I'm sorry for this total cock-up, and I hope you're doing okay. We have been in negotiations for many months, and he has yet to come forward with reasonable terms according to industry standards. So yeah, I'd like to talk to and see what he says. I'm still waiting on updates from my rep at B-Star. Hi, man, I had no idea at all you were even talking to. He should have told you. All I was told was that a couple of months ago the choir sample hasn't been cleared and that they was chasing us for money and it was being dealt with. So I just figured it was sort of behind the scenes. That's why this has all been so surprising. I was told that a couple of I was also made aware that it's... Okay, so they don't... Okay, so he was talking to Ren's lawyer and nobody informed Ren.
I have no idea about. I've been in Canada. And he seems like quite a nice guy initially, so I'm like, okay, maybe this has all just been a misunderstanding.
He didn't seem too bad.
I remember even saying to like Connor and that, I was like, this is probably just been a misunderstanding and something.
First solo gig, SGP party, his first home gig for nearly 5 years. Okay. With a sample he had no rights to, he broke contract right, then making him solely responsible for any repercussions. Everything falls on Kujo.
Gone wrong here. Don't worry. He seems like you're all right, dude. We will sort this out. But then after that little exchange, I noticed a comment in the YouTube comment section on his video saying that I'm lying about the situation when I thought that we like on the same page here. So I pull him up on it and he's like, oh no, I didn't say you were lying, when he clearly did. That should have been like the first red flag for me. Like, oh, when I thought that we like...
To all coming from Ren, sick boy, I've waited for over a year and his team is to follow the terms of the contract they signed for this beat. Yeah, see, there you get to go and being a little bitch-ass nigga, and it backfired on you great, pulling people's music down. That, like, and then I don't understand, because it's like, what kind of a bitch does that? Just being on some real shit. Nigga, why would you take it down? Now you don't even make money from it. Now, but he didn't take it down. Someone else did, the person with the original sample, I'm assuming. But niggas pull down. But during this whole period, I have not issued any strike with this faith that they would have made things right. I asked my legal representative not to issue strikes initially, as I hoped Ren and his team would do the right thing. Unfortunately, they have to delay the voiding, provided any responsible terms to my team with shamefully long periods of silence. Respect the terms of the contract. Don't spread misinformation. Don't lie.
on the same page here. So I pull him up on it, and he's like, oh no, I didn't say you were lying, when he clearly did. That should have been like the first red flag for me. But
for over a year, I do say, yeah, Ren's lawyer definitely should have told that nigga. That is definitely on their team. Just like how Asmadis brought up the great point of Kujo sold a beat with a sample. He had no rights. He broke contract. That is completely correct. But it does still fall on Ren and his team if I wasn't able to contact you in that regard. But yeah, if you did just break the contract of selling a nigga a sample you don't own, well then you're just shit out of luck. Like remaking Central C's beat.
I mean, the benefit of the doubt, I was like, okay, maybe another misunderstanding. Anyway, so I contact my lawyer to find out what the hell's happening, because I'm in the dark about all of this situation. And he explains to me that I've been sold a beat with a stolen sample, with an unlicensed sample, and that the Bulgarian sample, the Bulgarian choir sample.
Oh, wait, hold on. What'd you say? Over a year, April to June, about 2 months.
Owners had chased him and gone, look, you've used this beat without permission, you've used this sample without permission, and so you need to give us 50% of the publishing split. And
Sting gets like, oh my God, I can't remember what percentage he gets of "I'll Be Missing You" by Puffy, but it's more than Puffy. It's more than Puffy. It's like not clearing a sample. If they get you, it's their song again. Woo! Juice World, All Girls is the same. I can't remember the split just off the top of my head, but I know those are some huge songs that got hit by samples, and those niggas got like retroactively got hit by the people with the sample, and woo! Never turns out well for the people.
It's done because we were sold a beat in good faith and it wasn't actually cleared. He's reached out to Kujo and gone, look, I think you need to absorb this for selling this in bad faith, basically. And they've gone, no, we're not going to absorb that. And then it's escalated, and I think because my lawyer was being slightly slow with the responses, they also, keep in mind, I don't know any of this is happening right now. To get my attention, they issue a copyright strike on the video, which affects my YouTube channel, by the way, and the video gets taken down as a form of leverage, which is a bizarre way of dealing with things, I think, because it would have been a good idea to contact me, maybe, like anyone first, if this was getting so, like, blown up. Like, maybe the lawyers, maybe Kujo could have actually reached out to me, the artist. Nobody did. So I found out.
But does I guess, yeah, when he got it off BeatStars, you get direct contact with him through that. Maybe you were hard to reach. I don't know, because I'm trying to think of, I'm at least, because I try to be a fair person. I'm trying to take my bias, because, nigga, it's what Queso really thinks is, fuck what this producer's talking about. I'm on Ren's side because producers always cheat artists. But I know a lot of people talk through their trauma, and I'm not perfect, but at least if I can see I'm doing it, I'm going to at least try to, you know what I mean? So let me have empathy for Kujo. But I just don't see where Kujo's coming up. Like, I don't see his angle with this.
A bit bizarre. Any fucking way. Then I read a comment, another comment that Kujo's posted, calling me a coward to pay the royalties he's owed. And I'm like, what royalty? That's also, I in my head, the publishers are just paying him the money, and now the situation has to change until everyone agrees.
Okay, his email. I mean, I'm sure, man, I just know how, thank God Instagram has the request section, but if I get as many people messaging me, asking me to react to the randomest of shit, that sometimes, unless I like once I accept you and you show up on my messages and shit like that, and I only have a couple thousand followers, but it's just, people will message you, and one person will message you 497 times anyways. I bet you it might be hard to reach your hand on IG. I don't know. No empathy for Kujo by the end of this. Kujo states multiple times he's a man-child, his own words, and that's fact. He said he was a man-child? Hold on, what? Esh Plummy. Splummy.
But I wasn't even privy to that conversation about what a fair split should be yet. So I was like, what? I don't owe you. I don't owe this guy money. Like, there's no master splits on the BeatStars contracts, by the way. So all money that comes in to Kujo, which should be paid to Kujo, rightly so, comes from the publisher, which has nothing to do with me, by the way. I explained this so many times in this conversation, by the way, and he's adamant to say, probably short of like 50 times, pay me my money. I am nothing to do with his money, right? So it's a very bizarre thing to keep saying, but I try to explain that to him patiently, never really takes it in. Anyway, he calls me a coward on this comment, so I pull him up on that. This actually starts to then rub me up a little bit.
Right, that nigga ran like, boy, we can shoot the fade. Fuck all this, you know what I'm saying, push punch, applesauce, oshposh, bagage shit, nigga. We can throw these hands. I feel you, Ray.
I'm like, I pull him up on that. It's saying like, the hell, like, cowardly. Anyway, I'm still giving him the benefit of the doubt at this point. Anyway, despite this, I feel like he's probably just misinformed, so I still take his side on it, and I go on to reassure him he'll get paid his publishing money because I want him to get paid his publishing money. Doesn't affect me in any way. So like, I was like, yeah, I'll chase it up for you. I let him know that I'm happy to split publishing if there's a bit of a grey area, and I'm kind of reassuring him. It's really important to remember this, by the way, guys, because some of the lies that are posted later make me out to be really unreasonable. So I'm like, yo, if there's some simple mistake, let's split the publishing.
Ish Plummy poppin'. What's good, Ish Plummy? Ish Plummy.
It's cool. I'm happy to do that. Yeah. Anyway, so he comes back to me and lies more. He says, it's always up to the performer to clear the sample. It's not, it's up to the producer, but unless there's been a conversation. But in this case, as you can see, we're willing to...
So at this point, Kujo is mad because he isn't receiving his back-end payments from Sick Boy, correct? Is that what we're gathering? That nigga saw what Ran's song did, and that's let's call it spade a spade. Let's fuck all that oshkosh bagosh. It's one of my favorite words to say ever since I learned it. What happened was underestimated Ren. Ren's song did numbers and streams that this nigga was like, oh bitch, I'm supposed to retire, and now he's trying to double back for a bigger cut.
Make concessions for you to get your fair share. So actually it's me making the concessions here because he sold a stolen sample, and I'm like, you know what, you can still have some publishing split, right? So like, I'm actually being the one that's being quite reasonable here, and he's flipped on his head like, we'll be good to you, you know, because I've done nothing wrong in this situation. Anyway, I was like, and then he says, I was under the impression you would have received a warning. I had no idea that the video would be completely taken down. Another lie, as you'll see soon. He and his lawyer agreed to take this video down as a form of leverage. It was our only possible negotiation tactic to get a response. Maybe message me. They're scratching their head. How can we get a response? Okay, we'll take his video down, issue a copyright strike, which also, I didn't actually violate the contract. Not intentionally. So the only possible tactic, dude, message me. Send me an email, like you've messaged me before to tell me that you love my work. So like, send me an email
never mind. Yep, then he loses that, because if they did have that communication, then because I'm like, maybe your end just isn't seeing the message, because that happens if you don't accept a nigga's messages and shit. But no. Yeah, damn. Koji ain't or Kujo or LL ain't going good for him.
Anyway, he says he also wants to wrap it up immediately and get the song back online. Another lie, as you will see later on, because he decides to stick to his guns and use the video as leverage. Anyway, the plot thickens. I get an email from their lawyer, and I'm not going to share it in case they start claiming I'm sharing things I'm not supposed to. But I get an email, and it says, on top of the publishing split, they want a £3,000 payment, right? They want a 15% retroactive split of the master, which has nothing to do with publishing, which means like 15% of everything the song has ever made since it came out. Retroactively, so since it's come out to this moment and then into the future, when I've paid for an unlimited sample, unlimited license beat, and with that you're talking money from record sales, you're talking money from streaming things, you're talking all of that when they haven't put any effort into promoting the song. He's made a beat and he's stolen part of the beat, and he wants 15% of everything the song has ever made for that, plus the £3,000 advance. Out of principle, I wasn't going to give him that. But because like may have been slightly open to negotiations if they hadn't used the song as leverage and actually treated me like a decent person. I hadn't put like lies about the situation, right? But out of principle, I wasn't going to agree to that. And also to clarify, when I've been in rooms with producers and we've made a song from scratch, I've done a lot of like 50-50 splits, or I've done like 25-75, or with other collaborated artists, we just agree on a split that's like 50-50, 25. So, you know, like 15% isn't outrageous, right? What's outrageous is that they already sold it with an unlimited license right from the get-go. So you go into BeatStars thinking, I'm buying an unlimited license for this much money, right? And I was broke at the time when I bought that beat. So it's like you go into the situation buying something, and then later on down the line, it can come back and sting you if they go, oh, this slight thing, well, we found a loophole here, which means then now you owe us all this money, right? So it's like, it was kind of unfair because say you buy a painting off somebody for £10, and then the price of it rises exponentially because maybe the painter dies or something, or he becomes really popular. You don't then just go back to the person you sold it to and go, oh, that painting's worth like 20 times more now, give me a bit more money for it, because the transaction's been done. And that's kind of how I felt about the BeatStars thing. It wasn't about me losing money, it was about the principle of like, we've stepped into this agreement, and I was in full faith thinking I was buying an unlimited sample, but that's unlimited license, sorry, but that's not actually what's happened, is it, right? And it says that if I don't agree to this, they're within their right to claim 100% of the song because I have breached something in the contract, right? Now, this is what I breached. Apparently, content ID was turned on the track, okay, on YouTube. As you'll see from my earlier on in this video, I actually specifically requested content ID was turned off, and my YouTube guide did turn it off. There has been something to do with the distribution where somewhere along the line, even after I specifically requested this, it may have gotten turned on at some point, right? Where this
told y'all, motherfuckers, I tell y'all niggas, I'm like, nah, some of these songs is definitely getting claimed, but and niggas like, nah, but that could be it. That explains it. But don't tell me no if some shit happening to me. But I do feel that. I do feel that because I will say, when you first see Ren shit, obviously you can tell he has like a dope team that he makes the videos and shit. And this is to his credit, you know, for like the branding, but it feels very mom and pop. But the more we hear from Ren, the more you realize that this is a very well established business, which as it should be, right? But it's something I'm learning through this. Is like, yeah, no, this nigga Red sort of got his shit together. Fuck with it. Fuck with it.
This doesn't actually make any money, which we've got proof of, because I actually let reactors, I let content creators monetize their own videos where they're reacting to my songs. I've done this since the start because I believe that everyone should get paid. It helps promote me. I'm not losing out. Everyone's a winner. A rising tide lifts all ships, baby. So, like...
This is my... Hey, can we... Matter of fact, can I get a... Matter of fact, go ahead. Can I get a... What did that real nigga say? Rising tides do what? Lift off ships, baby. Clap it out. That's a real nigga mine. I don't know what the fuck Webby talking about, but that nigga right there, that's my nigga mine. My motherfucking nigga, man. Man, that nigga be talking about some shit. Some niggas don't be talking about shit. Boy, that nigga be talking about some shit. Let's talk about it. What's cool? What's good, Lisa Marie? I'm chilling. So all of this was a contract. Ren seems very business savvy, but seems like he would rather concentrate on the music, which I feel that. KBD award. You right, gang. You right. KBD. Matter of fact, just because I didn't even do it last time, KBD award. Clap it up. That's a real nigga, man. Real nigga. Niggas ain't talking about shit, man.
I'm like, they're using this as leverage, but legally, thus is the world. They actually had something to lean on with that. So they were like, look, if you don't agree to these terms, 15% retroactive master split.
I agree with that.
This share on publishing, and a £3,000 advance against the master, we're going to take 100% of what you own. At this point, I'm obviously pretty annoyed, which is pretty understandable, right? Anyway, at this point, they've got my attention, so there's no reason they need to use the video for Sick Boy as leverage, right? So I give them a fair warning. I'm like, mate, if you don't put the video back up on Friday, I'm going to have to put a public post explaining why it's down. And I give him a fair warning, which is also important to remember, because later on he plays the victim, saying that I've put a post encouraging my fans to bully him, which I didn't. I gave him a fair warning about it. I never once encouraged them to bully him. I just needed to explain why my video was down, because this was proper stress.
Nah, y'all niggas shouldn't bully people. Y'all shouldn't bully people, and bullying is wrong, right? Right? Is the kids out the room? Let's be real, man. I'm not telling you to bully nobody on behalf of nobody on the internet. That is a violation of YouTube's terms of services, and that's not what I would ever do. I'm not saying you to bully on nobody on my behalf. None of that shit. No. But I ain't gonna lie, some niggas need a noogie, man. Let's be real. Let's be real. Sometimes, you know what? You know, when that what's his name? When that Dada nigga made that diss track about Ram, somebody should just whooped his ass then and there. Somebody should just beat his ass. Certain people just did, because they just exist. Some niggas do need a noogie. Alright, you tell kids come back in the room, man. Bullying's bad.
Now, and I feel like I didn't want to be silenced about the whole situation. But the time comes around, I put the post out, and I'm always still thinking for like a positive solution here. So I have like a brainwave of like, oh, I've got a brilliant solution, right? So I approach him and I'm like, dude, look, I know that things got complicated here, but out of principle, I don't really want to budge on the master split for this thing, but I've got a much better idea, because a lot of my fan base are like now giving it, because I put the public post out, a lot of my fan base
Hey, Lean G, what you think that nigga? Ish Plumey. She said, fucking up names is part of the charm of this channel. I will forever be Lean G.
Giving them grief, and I'm like, you know what? I want this guy's life to get ruined because of this. Like, despite how frustrated it's made me, I don't want this guy to get ruined. I didn't want him to get abused about it. I just wanted to get the song back. That was the thing. So like, I sent him a message. I'm like, dude, look, I thought of a thing, because I am a man of principle. I didn't want to bend to threats and stuff about the song being claimed 100%. So I'm like, I've got a much better idea. Let's make a song. We'll split it 50-50 down the middle. Master, publishing, everything. A song from scratch. Then if we do that way, it'll be like a fuck you to the industry, yeah? You and me on a track. You'll make way more money this way because it's 50-50. You'll also get my fan base on your side. It's going to be a great thing. Because I'm always like, I want to look forward. I don't want to look backwards. I don't want to look at all these things that happened in the past. I'm like, this is actually going to make him even more. And he rejected it. He turned it down, which I still think to this day is a bit of a silly move given what happened and what had happened next. But it's a shame, man. And if you're watching this, you really should have taken that. I'm sure you are watching it. You really should have taken that deal. It was brilliant. Not only would it set you up with way more money, which is obviously what you most care about in this situation, but it also got loads of my fans on your side, which would also set you up for all things that you release independently as well, and you'd have come out this looking good. Shame. I offered you that olive branch. I offered quite a few olive branches on numerous occasions, which you weren't interested in. Then after that, there's a post on Instagram saying that I've stolen samples from people, which is bizarre because I never have. So I send him a message being like, he said that a British artist has got in touch with him and been like, Ren steal samples, which is obviously complete made up bullshit, right? So I messaged him about that. I'm like, what samples have I stolen?
And he's slowly getting out of his super polite bag. Shit getting a little more, yeah. Let me know if we pulling up on niggas, Ren.
The Vera Hall one that I just put out, totally cleared. We cleared that with publishing company because I actually don't like steal my sampose. And then
I can get 50-50 on a song with Ren, and I can still get this back end, and I can still get the future back end on Sick Boy. You out your goddamn, I'm finna take it. I'm finna take this song with Ram. I'm really gonna say, bro, if we can, well, I'll tell this nigga some real nigga shit is all. I'll be like, bro, with everything that's going on, you think we could link up, record this shit in person? I would link him in person. I would see if I can get like 2-3 songs because we vibing off this end dog. If we can't, hey, I tried. I'd take this one song, I'd put it out, I'd probably gain like 30, 40, 50,000 new subs, and I just put out another song. And I just keep putting out songs or beats or I do that. Or if I was a Kujo Beats, I would use that. I'd like, if I got that opportunity to be with Ren, you know how people on the internet be fake as fuck. You know how if people pop up to advertise themselves and shit in people's streams and shit like that, and just to be next to niggas, this nigga Ren can lead you to so many other people. You know how many other niggas don't want to link with Koji Beats because Ren linked with him? Then you know, yeah, no, that nigga. But I would have pivoted this shit into money for at least 2 years. I would be fucking up a bag with that money. At least 2 years. Then after that, it might lose momentum if I can't get another. Because the problem with the producers, ultimately, you're going to need an artist. And getting another Ren isn't easy. You know, it would have been easy. It would have been easy. Now, it's like, to be fair, I know a lot of people who, some people don't give a fuck about shit like that. Like, nigga, I don't want to, I don't care about none of that, man. This shit's fucking me up the way this shit's out in delay. I'm about to pause it. But, yeah, no. You just keep popping up. You just keep, yeah, shout out to Ram and found me through Ren. It's like stuff like that. I would just keep fucking this bag up because I just don't know what's to gain at this point when I'm finna go to court and shit with this nigga Ren. There's no point. Just at least, and then when I meet with him in person, I just explain to him how I feel about that shit. And if I was like, man, I felt like I got hoed. People are people. He'll explain your side. And there's no way you hear this nigga being all nice and British to you. You still mad. Is Koji Beats British? That actually could change things. Because I ain't gonna lie. I know why I'm being in this room with this nigga being all polite and British. And I still want to press him. I'm gonna feel like a bully. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be like, damn. Not saying he's soft or nothing, but it's like this nigga clearly is in a good mood.
That I've done, they're just on YouTube. You're allowed to do that because there's a cover license on YouTube. So like, what are you talking about? To which he then just like ignores it, takes the post down, and then like,
thank you,
and then just goes on some other fucking tangent. So it's like kind of grasping at straws here to make me look like the bad guy. So we arranged to have this call with the lawyers and Kujo, and I'm actually really excited to have the call because it's the first time I can talk to Kujo face to face, deal with this like grown-ups, like adults.
Nah, this nigga Corgi don't know how to do it. If I was and it's like, why? Nigga, I bet you could have pivoted that into some shit.
To each other. But it's not how it pans out. So we get on the call, and the first thing that happened is the lawyer just said...
He does. He wants the money. Ren says, here's some money. Right. But the thing is, it's like, yeah, there's... At this... Nigga, especially if it's Ren right now, nigga, what the... Let's be honest, bro. Just... You don't even have to like this dude. Just, you're right completely. If you're just about your bag, you're not even about the clout. You don't even give a fuck about the fans. That will ultimately lead to another bag, but maybe you're just ultimately very short-sighted. Let's see how many monthly listeners this nigga Randall is getting. If you've been here since the beginning of the stream, you know we sort of broke down the value of streams. All right, so clearly 2 million monthly streams, right? And, whoo, yeah, no, that nigga fucking up a back. That nigga ain't getting to it. Getting straight to it.
Says, look, Ren, I think that you taking this public was very unprofessional. And I was like, hold on a second. I wasn't the person who took this public, first of all. Like, taking the video down is an aggressive move. And also, I didn't take it public, first of all. Kujo was commenting countless things on his YouTube before I even made the comment. Calling me a liar, a coward, a numb. So like,
hey, you know what happened to Corgi? It was a situation where a dog barked at the moon. You know, And then the moon barked back, and motherfuckers were like, holy fuck, he's bullying me. I hate niggas do that bullying shit. I hate they do that shit. Just, like, niggas be like, I'm getting bullied. You ever notice how niggas just use that as a cop-out? People on the internet use it. There's definitely people getting bullied out here. And especially, I think, in workplaces and in schools, that bullying be fucked up. But, not everybody's bullying you all the time. Not every time you have it's like he's talking about his fans are bullying him. No, you just did something, Corgi, that a lot of people deem to be some bullshit, and a lot of people are expressing it. But like I said, at the end of the day with Kujo, if he wants to join me for a stream, if he wants to say his side, I'm totally game for it. We can get out here and make this content, because unlike you, I will make this money, Corgi. Shout out to the Dipper.
To say that I took this public, nah, I just responded to what happened and then explained to my fans why the song was down. Those posts are still up for everyone to see. All the posts on his comments are still there for everybody to see. So first of all, it was kind of like we got into it straight away with me like having to be like, I put it straight and everyone was like, okay, yeah, fair enough. The funniest thing about that call is Kujo was on it.
Hey, the lady G dropped the mic on niggas after that one. She said, yeah.
Not say a single word. Even when I like addressed him with questions, his lawyer would interject and go, I can answer that. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to talk to the person who's like, you know, like an adult. I want to talk to this person. And then my lawyer, like there's even a moment when my lawyer's like, look, I want to address this question to Kujo. Do you actually feel like this situation is fair? He says nothing, and the lawyer interjects again. So for that whole call, which, you know, took about half an hour, 40 minutes, he didn't say a single word. And I thought that was disrespectful, given the circumstances. He later claimed that it was because he doesn't legally know enough and it should be between the lawyers. But no, man, like, regardless of your legal knowledge, we can still have a conversation like adults. Like, I'm not here to try and like intimidate or anything like that. I want to talk to you like a grown-up, brother. And that didn't happen. I wasn't afforded that luxury. I was talking a fair bit on that call about how I felt about the situation and what I felt was right. And I also said on that call that I didn't think that a retroactive split was right, because of all the reasons I've mentioned, but it is what it is, man. And then we came off the call and I felt pretty let down by it, to be honest. This is where the plot gets even more ridiculous, and I'm sorry this is a long video, guys, but
nah, come on, you cooking.
This is mad, and this is emotionally exhausting, this bit. So I read a bunch of comments on Instagram from this person talking about the contract, saying things that aren't actually in the contract. I'm like,
yeah, definitely. The lawyer definitely told that nigga Corgi not to say nothing, and they were just hoping that Ren probably would say something that would fuck him up in court, maybe.
Who the is this? So I messaged him and be like, yo, by the way, you're misinformed. The contract actually doesn't state that it's on me to clear the samples. Then I click on the profile, I realise that it's Kujo's girlfriend, so I immediately unsend all those messages. Because to be honest, look, he was getting grief from my fans, and I think to myself, you know what? He needs someone supporting him, even though that he's been an arsehole. I don't want to like start messaging his girlfriend and shit, whatever. I'll leave her out of this. But she sees that I've unsent them.
Now riding on your hoe is crazy, man. Hey, that nigga. Hey, Red crashed out right quick. It's only funny because this nigga's so nice. And he just had it. Yeah, man. Let that nigga know that you can get it too. Hey, nigga been there. Nigga been there. Nigga been there. Had cousin. Hey, go ahead. Fuck her.
Unsend all those messages. Because to be honest, look, he was getting grief from my fans, and I think to myself, you know what? He needs someone supporting him, even though that he's been an asshole. I don't want to like start messaging his girlfriend and shit, whatever. I'll leave her out of this. But she sees that I've unsent the messages, and she instigates the conversation, says, have you done an oopsie? We start chatting for a long time. We'll put those messages up so that you can read it. It actually ends up being, it seems to me, like it's like semi-amicable after a while of talking to each other. Jesus like you can pause this and read this if you want. It's like, basically the long and short of it is like, she feels like Kujo's been misrepresented and feels like it's a lot of the industry's fault, my lawyer's fault and stuff like that, which is kind of what Kujo feels like, right?
That's bullshit too. It's bullshit too. What's good, Flame Rhymes? That's bullshit too. It's not, he doesn't feel like that. You know what it was? Ren was a nigga who was sick as fuck. He had like size, right? Because y'all said he had about 200,000. Not that he was sick as fuck. Sorry, that's heartless. But I'm being real. Like, bro's coming off of like fighting for his life. He's in a position where you did not think this was gonna be a number one album. Do you know why do you know how I know you didn't think it was gonna be a number one album? How okay, so you would have put that split in then. The problem be with certain producers, they're just selling beats, right? They're just selling beats, right? And because of that, it sort of they escaped the artistry. Ren said something that was very true and like very important, that how he separates himself from some of the more business ends of the business. That way that nigga can still sort of just be an artist, just enjoy being artists and let artistry live. Kujo, you saw this British nigga and didn't think this shit was gonna work. No harm, no foul, right? It's like this, Kujo. You sat down at a slot machine, right? Slid your coins, and you won. You won $25, Kujo. And you would play it on that machine for like 30 minutes, Corgi, and now Kujo stands up. And as he stands up and takes a right step, an old lady sits down. She puts a quarter in the machine. She slides it down. And boom, that bitch hits 90,000. Now, Kujo, I totally understand why you would be sick to your stomach. I understand why a part of you might even have the thought, snatch that motherfucking bag out that old lady head. I could see how the devil would work on you like that. But you'll come back. Deep breath, you're back. Hey, it's me. Hey. No. I can see that. But you can't, like that. Bren made the analogy of the art later. You can't come back later and be like, yo, hey, lady, I need a cut of this. I warmed the machine up. It don't work like that. Believe in art the first time. Believing in art is requesting a split. Nobody's telling motherfuckers not to get paid. It's just stop trying to. Why is the guy making the beat for the song becoming the biggest obstacle in me putting out this song? Don't you think that is literally ridiculous? Because in the grand scheme of things, a great beat, yes, does a lot for music. Yes. But man, if we was to cut it down in like a pie, right? The beat doesn't make for the stream, which is what causes the money, doesn't make the streams. It's if we were like to do the pie, I'd say the beat was like 30 to 20%. The rhymes are gonna be about 40, 50. It is, because niggas can be so whack on a good beat they won't listen to it. But niggas be dope on whack beats all the time and we still listen. And the marketing and branding of the artist is the other, like, whatever remaining portion it is, like 55, 60. It's like, Corgi, god damn, man. And it's like, you're being misrepresented. You're only doing this because he succeeded. And that's how you know you are an ultimate bitch. If your plan only really works if somebody fails or is mediocre that you're working with, you are a fucking parasite. I'm just saying. I didn't say Corgi is, but if that is the case, you are.
Which, even though it's a little bit out of pocket, you know me, I laugh about it. The thing that rubs me up about things like that is, if that had been the other way around, I never actually once got violent about this situation. If that had been the other way around, they would have been like, Ren's such a violent, later on they would have been like, Ren's such a violent person, or using bully tactics, because they've spoken about like how I'm using bully tactics by simply talking about the situation publicly, transparently. She also gaslights me by saying, you know, like, imagine what would have happened if he had mental health issues. I have a very long list of mental health issues. I am the person with mental health issues. You're not considering what it does to my mental health, are you? When you take down a song that means that much to me.
Pop your shit,
According to that, I'm exposing a part of me that's very vulnerable about my health journey. Like, you're not considering that, are you? All I've done is post publicly about the situation. I've never told anybody to send you guys abuse or anything like that. And actually, if anybody's watching this right now for clarity, even though I am very annoyed about the situation, I don't want to send them abuse. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm annoyed about the situation, but it's done now. The song's down. It's gone. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I'm not trying to ruin somebody's life over this. I'll have my own form of revenge, as you'll see at the end of this video. But I'm not trying to ruin anyone's life over this. So,
that
like,
nigga said we get in the studio.
I'm trying to incentivize stuff like that. I'm not, guys. I don't want you to go and abuse them.
Me here.
Right?
What's good?
But it is up to me to talk about this situation fairly. So, like, we seem to make some middle ground. She's even talking to me about, like, her ADHD and knows that I've got ADHD and, like, you know, maybe we just got... So I'm like, you know what? She seems pretty level-headed, right? So, like, cool. You know what? Maybe these guys are... It's just a big misunderstanding and we can figure a way to amicably sort this out. And I say to her, look, yeah, I'm happy to split the publishing, but I don't really want to split the master out of principle because I bought this, right? You know, but... Then at this point I start being like, you know what, maybe I'll split some of the master for the future stuff just to get this out of the way, even though I don't believe I should because they've stolen the beat with a stolen sample. I'm like, if this just gets this over the line, I'm happy to split the future master. I even say that in the email thread to the lawyers and stuff, right? So I'm like, I'm conceding a little bit here because I just want this situation done with. We end on a good note in this conversation. Then the next morning I wake up to posts from her all over my Reddit lying about the contract, and then I see a comment on Anthony Ray's video where he's talking about the situation from her, saying this is what the contract says, and she made up she wrote a whole passage that wasn't even in our contract. It was completely made up. So after her being super nice to me behind the scenes in this conversation and feeling like I wake up to read this and I'm like, I start losing my mind because I'm like, these guys, they're like, they pretend they're on my side and then it's just like they publicly post all this stuff. So I'm like, I put her up on it. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, first of all, this is defamation. You can't be out here like making up stuff that's not even in the contract, you know? So she's like, yeah, it's ridiculous, right? So next I find a bunch of messages on Reddit from Kujo's girlfriend lying about the contract, which I'm going to put up here, which is actually very illegal, by the way. No, I won't be pressing charges over it. I just want to get this situation out of the way, but...
out the way.
So I'm just going to put all these up for you to pause and read if you want to. It's ridiculous, basically. She also says that I was obviously upset, so I wasn't the most cooperative. As you guys, if you skip back in this video, you'll see I was extremely cooperative when I found out what was going on. I was being very amicable when I was trying to offer Kujo solutions and being amazingly supportive and sympathetic. I refuse to fully acknowledge that a mistake on my end causing Kujo not to get paid was at the heart of all of this. It wasn't. A stolen sample was at the heart of all of this. Yes, the publishers, right, failed to correctly register Kujo, which wasn't anything to do with me. They've now remedied that and there'll be a back payment for whatever percentage we end up on. No money's been lost here, right? That is something that was the publisher's fault, which I was very annoyed about, which I actually sent a message to the publishers about, explaining how annoyed I was about that situation, fighting for Kujo in that, when I didn't have to fight for Kujo because he was being a prick, right? So I sent that message to them anyway, fighting on Kujo's side, because despite all of this, I am a man of principle still, right? I kept threatening to sue and go public. No, I didn't. I wasn't threatening to sue. I did say I would go public if my song carried on being used as leverage. I gave them a very fair warning because they didn't need to use the song, the video as leverage, and they kept on doing that. That was because I kept getting hundreds of messages a day from my fans being like, where's the video, where's the video? And I wanted to address it all at once. And I also felt like I was being treated extremely unfairly, right? I had to accept by giving up all my shares of the song in exchange for a fixed fee. Yeah, that was some between my lawyers. Ren took in public the next morning. Yes, I did.
Oh, it might be the meds. I bet Rams came with a cottonmouth, though. They probably smoke hella weed. Kujo also claimed to me and publicly that he'd been chasing publishing money for over a year with no reply, which is why he was so annoyed, as did his girlfriend. This was another lie, as proven in the next screenshots. Pause if you want to read. Ah, no, this might be a couple. Just
Right, let's take this home now. At this point, I've just
Take this
lost
home.
all amicability, right? I'm pissed off. I messaged Kujo's girlfriend and him saying, it's the
British
first
he
time
was,
I've threatened to
a
sue, but I'm like, if I see any more lies from you
That's where I
guys
lost
about
my
this
head.
situation, I will sue you guys. Because it's like, that's my public image. Like, I pride myself on the fairness that I show everyone that I work with, right? And my principles. And I'm also very against greed, and I stand against it militantly, which a lot of you will know from my work and how I treat people that I work with, right? So them spreading this stuff that I'm trying to be greedy here massively hurts my public image. So I was like, if you guys lie anymore about this, yeah, I'm going to do something about it, basically. And then I'm talking to Kujo and things get more heated. We get another email from their lawyer saying, you know, like, if you won't agree to our terms, we will take 100% of the song. That's where we stand on it. That is final. If you do not agree to this retroactive master split, we're taking everything. So I messaged back. I'm going to show you that email. I messaged back, essentially summarizing this email. I just say, I'm going to take down the song myself. I'm fed up of this. I'm fed up of you threatening me with my own song that I poured myself into. I've explained.
No, Kujo fucked the bag up. Think about this. Now you, nigga, you, that's like you had a hostage. You're like, if you don't send us $2 million, you'll never see her again. Hello? It's like the nigga hung up on the hostage negotiation. Rand said, I don't negotiate with terrorists. I feel you.
Explain what it means to me. I explained to both of them what it means to me. So I'm like, I'm taking it down myself. I don't want to let them win over this. I've been in situations in the music industry before where I had to concede because I was broke and I just had to let a powerful, greedy person win over me, you know, like, and I know this is not the same situation. It's not like Kujo is like this in this huge position.
Yeah, give a fuck.
But how they've dealt with this whole
Elizabeth,
situation
you heard
is
me? He
ridiculous.
ain't
So I was
give
like,
a damn.
rather than like bend to this leverage and just out of principle, I'm just going to take the song off. And it's ironic, man, because the song is about greed, you know, and it hurts me a lot that it's down now. It proper hurts me, man. I can't stress that enough because of what the song was and what the song meant to me, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. So I sent these emails. I also sent a mass email out to everybody, the publisher, Kujo, the lawyers involved, just saying how disappointed I am across the board, even from people on my side. I was just disappointed at how this whole situation been dealt with, because ultimately at the core of this situation, the only person getting proper hurt financially from this is me.
Yeah.
Right? Because of my hard work that I've done to promote this music.
But I do like how Ren played it. He is taking an L. I mean, I don't know how much he poured into it, but God, the song was such a success. I would have imagined he recouped at this point, made at least broke even, I would have assumed. I don't, but then again, you never know what people spend on marketing. You never know. You never know whether he was like dumping in money monthly for over that. You never know what he was doing to get that song. And, you know, as he should, there's nothing wrong with that. But I like that, like Ren said now, because I'm very pro-artist, right? I like Ren said now, I'm in the position where you can't do that to me. You can't do that to me. Because I remember when niggas first, and I knew exactly what he meant. When I first started doing YouTube, if you look, my first like 15 videos were music videos. And one time, one of my videos got claimed by a producer who wasn't even his beat, but the person who gave me the beat pretty much used some of his shit, which, okay, you can claim the beat, right? And when I talked to him, it was like the first time I ever talked to somebody, I didn't really know how that shit worked. I'm coming straight at it, just selling dime bags. So I'm just like, hey, how do we do it? And he pretty much just told me I can't get nothing out of my own song. And then I just was like, all right, because we had shot the video, did all that shit. And I might as well just at least still have the video up on my shit. Nigga, when this other guy blocked my video, I was like, I guess, like, yeah, it was sucks. I saw the video and all that shit. But at the end of the day, 4,000 views, I'll be fine. I can get that back. I can get that back in a day if I really, really want to. So I just love that. That is just, when I hear that shit, it's refreshing. Because it genuinely be like a nigga took something. Like, sometimes if you it's hard to ask an artist what's their favorite song ever that they made, and the most common response you'll hear is it's like picking children, because I'm giving this part of me to this one, I'm giving this part of me to this one, this part represents, this song could be the embodiment of my mother, this song could be the embodiment of my wife, this song could be my, you understand what I'm saying? So it'd be hard to choose which one means more to you or whatever. But a producer will do some shit like that. It's hold your shit up hostage. You hold your baby up hostage. And Ren just such a gangster. That nigga said, boy, don't play with this nigga. Don't play, because here, boy, come on.
Because of my story and how that's been exploited, I'm the person who will suffer future losses for the earnings, and that regardless of earnings, fuck earnings for a second, that song I was proud of. What it meant to people, I was proud of. The messages that I get from people every day, telling me like how much they relate to the song, how much it helps them through difficult times, you know? Like, that's gone now, that's taken away from people. So yeah, pissed off. Anyway, so I sent that email out. Me and Kujo share some pretty heated words. If you're a petty person, you'll probably like to pause on...
Oh, God. Make it make sense. Hold on. Hey, I fuck with that, Kujo. Kujo stole my line. Kujo been watching the Nipper. He said, make it make sense. No, brother, I have time for none of this out of principle. Tu me fatigues. What's that mean? What's tu me fatigues mean?
Some of this.
What's that Spanish? Nah, Ren. I need, nigga, we getting a little petty up in this hole. We getting a little petty. Let me see what Timu Figas means. Timu Figas in English. Timu? To know... What that nigga call him? Oh, it's a T-U. Oh, me. Well, I might have a little bit of that. What's that shit? You make me tired. Well, I thought that was about to... Nigga, I thought that was some whole other shit. You exhaust me. See, I'm tired. I could have looked at my fucking chat. I'm over here playing Indiana Jones. Pretty rich. I'm not paying you a master split. You have dealt with this like a cunt. Hey, British. That talking, let's do it. Fuck all that talking, let's do it. I have talk to you. Tell him your terms. Let's finish this. I have multiple times. You know my terms, but that's irrelevant now. I don't give a fuck about any details anymore. I just want this to be over and get my bag. Nigga. Is he slow? Nigga, he literally telling, bro, the song down. What you talking about, some bag? Nigga, get the fuck. So he can tell my guy and we can settle for show.
It's ridiculous. One of the things...
You didn't even say a single sentence on the call, not one. That's because I let the professionals handle business like an adult. Man child, bro. When... Man, hey cousin, man child, bro. Like this is the craziest back and forth. When my lawyer asked you to speak, you said nothing. It's actually pathetic. Stand on business. Cause he was trying to play me, stupid ass. Okay, Kuji. Yeah. No one was trying to play you, LOL. You sold an unlicensed sample and chasing more money than you're owed. Where's my fucking money then? Hey. Tell her to call me. I shot her already.
That took the piss the most that he said when I just lost my cool at this point. I lost all patience. One of the funny things he said after all this was like, if you really cared about your fans, then you would leave them the song. So he was turning it around on me when he'd used the song as leverage. He said, if you cared about your fans, you leave it up to them. And he said, I'm letting my pride and ego get in the way because I'm not paying him money that I didn't think he deserved for selling a stolen beat, right? He's saying that that's my ego. It's my ego's fault. And then he kept saying, just pay me, let me get my bag. I want the money, just give me my money.
Just give me my
I
bag.
I explained to him again, like, dude.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. So, nigga, back in my past life, before I changed and I became a YouTuber and a musician, right? I was a musician at this point, though, actually. But anyways, nigga, you know what a trap house is? So in most trap houses, what happens is the people who are gonna do the yard care is gonna be junkies, right? But the problem with junkies doing your yard care is those niggas, they gonna mow your grass every day. So it's like if you tell them $20 to mow the grass, boy, them niggas gonna be in there mowing your grass 3-4 times a day trying to just run that bag up to where you gonna have to chase them up. So one time, this nigga, he would mow the lawn, he would get $25. He would go do whatever he did in life. He would come back, mow the lawn, for the first 3 days, my homie gave him the bread. Nigga made $75, right? So that nigga came back the fourth day and to start mowing. Dude said, but ain't no grass. And they said, all right, just give me my fucking money then. That's how Kujo is, man. That's how Kujo is.
I'm not the person that pays you the money. I've explained this to you so many times. It's the publisher. And he's like, all right, cool. It finally seems to sink in.
Amanda,
Like,
what's good?
I haven't stolen this man's money. I haven't taken a penny of this man's money. The publisher was at fault for not registering it properly, and they're resolving that, and then he'll get his money from the publishing. I don't want a penny of that. I don't care about that money. Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever. He deserves a bit of money for making that part of the beat. Sure. He shouldn't have stolen. I mean, like, and then he'll get his money from the pub. Was at fault for not registering it properly. I haven't taken a penny of this man's money. The publisher was at fault for not registering it properly, and they're resolving that, and then he'll get his money from the publishing. I don't want a penny of that. I don't care about that money. Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever. He deserves a bit of money for making that part of the beat. Sure. He shouldn't have stolen a sample and sold it to me. Theoretically, he could have all of his publishing taken away, but even after all of this, I still agreed to give him a bit of a publishing split, just to shut him up, man. So it's like, I could have been even more petty and dug my feet in there, but I just want this situation over with. So the song's down.
Hold me down,
the funniest comment
in the chat,
that I'm going to end this on, because this is going to be
Hold
some
me down,
album
Lee
artwork,
G.
by the way. Single artwork, sorry. This is the next announcement. He goes, all right, peace. Your music sucks, by the way. Which is really...
They always do that. Whenever you piss somebody off, that's the first thing they're going to tell you. Your music sucks.
Patty and dug my feet in there, but I just want this situation over with.
He slept on them renegades.
The funniest comment that I'm going to end this on, because this is going to be some album artwork, by the way. Single artwork, sorry. This is the next announcement. He goes, all right, peace. Your music sucks, by the way. Which is really funny, considering, you know, the message earlier where he told me that it was an honor, or it was like, it was really good to work with me, you know. Funny. It's funny, hypocritical.
And this is why you gotta be careful who you link with on the internet. People will hide their true intentions. Hey bro, that's how he was talking about you. Now you see his real intentions. Now you see how it really is. Now you see, man, if ain't nothing I done learned of this motherfucker is, boy, these niggas on these bitches be fake. Because motherfuckers become desperate and become damn near grifters. And it's like, bro, just be artists. Just be creators. You'll get where you're going. You'll get where you're going. I think my reactions to Ren do great. Sometimes if he makes a song I don't like, I just say I don't like it. I'm not trying to be a grifter, man. I'm just trying to make music reactions. I'm just trying to genuinely be myself. Don't be a grifter, y'all. Ren cooking this nigga in so many different ways, but it's like, I wonder what kind of knife he would have stabbed you in the back with if you would have linked with this little pussy.
Funny. But yeah, sure, my music sucks, brother. Cool. That's going to be the single artwork, which leads me to my last point, ladies and gentlemen. I'm releasing a song about this whole situation, and it's dedicated to Kujo. And it's coming out next week. It's coming out a week today. It's called Kujo Beatdown. And I love it. We made an amazing video for it. I made a beat. By the way, the beat has no unlicensed samples in it. I made the whole thing myself. I wrote all the lyrics myself, all the beats are mine. And that'll be going up on YouTube and Spotify next week. I'll also be recreating Sick Boy because those lyrics and that arrangement is mine. So for the anniversary of Sick Boy the album, you will be getting Sick Boy the beat remade, bigger and better than ever, without Kujo's input on it. So look forward to that as well. And then there's also a third song dropping. There's a little bit more positive. Next week's song is angry, all right? I'm just going to warn you there. And before Kujo and his, like, before they start complaining about blah, 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 artistic license here.
Facts.
You know what? I've said my piece. I'm not interested in ruining your life, bro, but I felt like I needed to get it out somehow. And so I got it out somehow. And I hope you're watching this, man. And I hope you enjoy the song because it's dedicated to you, baby. Anyway, guys, I know that this was a long video, but I wanted there to be no doubt.
I want more videos like this.
Everything stood in this situation and why you don't have a song that means so much to so many people and means so much to me. But there will be a revamped version of that song coming very soon, guys. And if you've made it this far, thank you. Sincerely. And I hope there can be no doubt as to this situation. Thank you.
Hold on. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga Red know how to build up for a song, don't he? KBD family.